We kicked off Kaiju July 2025 with that Godzilla Megatron figure here, but we're also going to be looking at this Optimus Prime Kiryu figure, and I'm really excited for that. So, man, I've been patient. Let's unbox this sucker. But let's go ahead and take a look at the box. That's the side right there, and here's the back if you're interested. But I'm anxious, so let's get to snipping this tape here and getting into the thing. I am pumped. I've been waiting for this. I'm really hoping this one doesn't have the quality control issues that Megatron did. But that's cool. They pack them in truck mode. And I really like those laser effects there for this Laser Optimus Prime. But yeah, I'm going to mess with this guy for a second. We'll see in a minute. I tell you what, I was not expecting to like this as much as I do. This is such a cool repaint. This might be my favorite, just straight up repaint of a figure using the same mold. This thing is awesome. It is an incredible military vehicle, and I am just loving it so much. And I had a hella good time just playing with the damn thing. Let's take a look at this trailer first. This is just that Laser Optimus Prime tanker trailer redone in a military green. We got that JX SDF logo there. Hella cool. Looks real good. Great sculpting on this thing. A wonderful figure. I like that we got the print on both sides, and they repainted that one blaster to be like the Kiryu's gauntlet, although I do wish we got one extra of that. And let's just pop this down and set the trailer to the side and look at the vehicle, because this is the star of the show. Man, this thing is so cool. It looks pretty good in photos, and it's coming across well on camera, but man, in hand, in person, this silver pops so much. It is gorgeous. And this thing, watch out, that's popping down. This thing is so flippin' cool. I love it. Now you can see over here we got that Kiryu silhouette there with the Mechagodzilla. I dig that. We got the yellow windows here, same as that laser color we got going, because it is a redone of the Laser Optimus Prime. So that's the Mazer laser. I dig it. We got this wonderful silver, I don't know what you'd call that, but I guess just a cool silver pattern all across the front there. And I don't know quite what's going on with that, but it looks so good. I dig it. The black doors and on the side, that whole area, stands out a little to me as being odd and not meshing with the colors of the blue here. But it actually works well. It looks good. Everything about this looks so much better in person than it does on photos and online and such. But man, this guy's great. Wonderful silhouette on the bottom there. Very smooth. There's area for storage for his laser sword, so I got that there. I like that Mazer sword. Very cool. Yeah, this is a great toy. So much fun. And let's get some comparisons and then do a transformation. Here we can see Laser Optimus Prime next to his Kiryu counterpart, and they're both looking pretty cool. So there you can see the difference. It's kind of hard to get both fully in frame just because of how big they are. They're about a foot, maybe even longer. Yeah, they look great next to each other, I tell you what. But if we see them without their trailers, the differences between the two pop out even more. And you can see all the sculpted details really pop on the silver of this Japanese military vehicle. So, man, I am just digging this thing. It's a great looking truck and a fantastic toy, but it's an even better robot. So let's transform him and take a look at that. Ah! Godzilla's attacking! Send out the Optimus Prime type MFS-3 Mechagodzilla. He'll know what to do. Transformation time. take off the laser sword we got stored there, close these fellas up, and we're gonna pop the feet out. Now you're gonna want to lift these door panels up, and that's just gonna loosen this whole thing to bring it down, and we're gonna get this silly truck walker thing going. I love it. So just kind of split that off and open, and we're gonna move this up like that there, and you're gonna move those up as we do. That's just gonna loosen us up, and we're gonna split this right here and just open those panels to get that out of the way. Now hold your hands like this here and pinch it, because of how it moves, it'll want to swing out one part. Yeah, see, you don't want this panel opening, so you want to keep your one finger on here so that stays shut as we swing this up and fold this open here. Now we get this open all the way, and that loosens us up to just swing the arms out partially in there, and that gives us just a bit more clearance to lean this back. And we're going to flip these up, and these tabs are just going to kind of fit up against the wall, and you might have to fiddle with it a tiny bit to get it so they line up correctly, but when they do, you can then just bring the whole thing in, snap into place, and it'll close up there. But there we go. Now swing the head up like that and clicking that in, and these right here are just gonna snap right into that, and you might have to work it a little. There we go. And then just kind of fold these shoulder bits here and swing those over, and they'll click into place. Flip the legs around. Now over here you got this panel, and I can never quite get it, so got to use something to pull that up. I use the laser sword right here and just fold that down. That's a space filler and turns this into kind of a jetpack thing, which is really cool. Now all we got to do is rotate the biceps there so they line up. Open this up, and we're going to grab the fists and fold those out. Always have trouble grabbing those guys. Come on. All right. Now you just got to split the legs and fold the knee bits down. And there's your Kiryu Optimus Prime, the Prime type MFS-3 Mechagodzilla. Very cool. You can give him that laser, or because it's Godzilla, mazer sword. And he's looking good. And you can see next to this 6-inch Mechagodzilla, he looks real good. A little bit taller, especially with those big shoulders. Oh, don't forget to fold those down. There we go. He looks good. I like how they look together. That is cool. Very, very cool. Let's get him a little bit out of the way for now and bring in the trailer, though. So this trailer is a silly little play set, which you pretty much just fold it open like that. I have his laser axe stored in here. I'm not digging the axe. I don't like it, so I'm just going to set that aside. But fold this panel down, and you're just swinging this around, and you're going to want to flip that around this way here. That kind of tucks into that area. You fold this down, and it becomes this little claw mechanism blaster thing, whatever you want it to be. Although I will say, this is a little bit looser than my Laser Optimus Prime one. But we got this blaster right up top here, and this can be removed and used as a weapon. And you can see that looks just like Kiryu's little gauntlet blaster, so you can attach that right up in here, or you should be able to. There we go. Yeah, very cool. So here's a little weapon station that he can kind of do stuff with, but that one bit's a little bit floppy. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this for this fella here. It's not doing it for me. This doesn't seem like an anti-Godzilla sort of thing, but I don't know. Maybe he's stomping up and it's just a city defense system, and it's just blasting him and taking up taking up all his damage and what have you. Better we destroy the military stuff than the city, right? Ah! So he's not really Mechagodzilla. He's a military vehicle that transforms into a giant robot that resembles the Kiryu Mechagodzilla. But I just like to think, he's powered up by the dude, so he's got all the anti-Godzilla tech running him. He's got great detailing in his robot mode, too. You can see, it's all the same as the vehicle, but you see a little bit more. And you can see what I'm talking about with the shine of that silver paint there. It looks so good, because we can see a little bit of that unpainted gray there as well. Now, I will say one of my tank cans there is a little bit loose when folded out in vehicle mode. It keeps flip-flopping a little. So if anybody knows how to tighten that up, please let me know in the comments, because I greatly appreciate it, because it just flops a little bit and doesn't go out all the way. But this guy's so good. Great detailing. We can see on the chest here, we got that MFS-3, and we do have the silhouette of Kiryu, which I like. But yeah, I'm not loving the actual named logo thing there. That's just kind of silly. Okay, so I had to move away from my desk to show you, but check out the light piping on this guy in the back of his head there. Man, that looks so flippin' good. That was one of my biggest complaints about the original figure, was you could not see his eyes at all. But away from the light, they don't quite pop the same as they would if they were just straight up painted a bright yellow. So it's a give and take with that light piping. But man, he looks good, and it makes for a playable toy. Yeah, all the sculpting on him just looks phenomenal. And you can move this up. You got all sorts of movement there. You got movement right there because of transformation, but you can also move the shoulder all kinds of ways, and you got that elbow and a wrist. So that's cool. Up here, you can move that up like so. You can swing that out. You can spin that there, and you got the knee movement. The ankle's got a good tilt too. So he's got a lot of good actual range of motion and such. The only thing really hindering is these giant shoulder pads, and you can sort of pop and move those up if you want to really raise the arm up and do a cool sort of sword pose. So, you're a little bit hindered with those shoulders, but you can get around that pretty easy, and it's not too big of a deal. The head's on a ball joint, but it can't really move up and down too much, just a little wibble wobble. I love how it's painted with that red on there. And yeah, he just looks so good. What's really cool too is we can see this right here. These pop up. Let me be super graceful about it. And you can get those big old cannons there. So you can have some giant maser cannons, which I dig. So flippin' cool. But here's the best part. So you don't get a matrix of leadership, but you sort of do. It's cast entirely in the same translucent yellow plastic, and it replicates the chest opening up on Mechagodzilla for that absolute zero cannon. How cool is that? That is tight. I love it. Now, because of how it is, it's a little bit shadowed because of this, and unless you really push up his face, it's a little bit silly looking because you don't see fully Prime's face, and you get a bit of shadow on that matrix there, but it's still so flippin' cool and a great way to just have this figure not be the Mechagodzilla but still represent it so well. I dig that. Very cool. And here on the back you can see we have that space filler we flipped down before, and it looks good, and it's kind of like a jetpack, so it gives that big old thing on the back more functionality and makes it kind of like Mechagodzilla with his big old shoulders and jetpack thing. I can dig it. And we got the striping, we got the red details. Like, this guy is a Mechagodzilla inspired Optimus Prime, and I am here for it. So here we can see the two Primes next to each other in their robot mode, and yeah, they're looking real cool. I dig it, but man, I already loved Laser Optimus Prime a whole lot, but this guy, it might be my favorite figure ever, even with some tiny quality control issues, which is that loose gas tank and just a little bit of loose jointage, but otherwise, like, he is phenomenal. This thing just looks so cool, and it ties in two of my favorite things ever, and it's just like, hey, yeah, I'm just having a blast with it. I'm over the moon, and I'm real glad to have this guy in my collection, and yeah, just have them both, and man, they look so good next to each other. Heck yeah. Don't get too full of yourself, Prime. Godzilla always comes out on top in the end. Oh no, it looks like Prime's ultimate weapon isn't even standing up to the big G. What are we gonna do? But I tell you what, this guy, he's just so much fun. I'm loving this figure to death, and I'm just tickled pink. Also, just gotta point out, I never noticed how good the sculpting of the inside of his knee looked there until I saw him painted in this silver. And man, this silver color just pops so much in real life. A lot of people I saw online were complaining, saying that he looked boring just being all dull gray or all silver. But man, no, I'm telling you, this is one of, if not the most impressive looking figures as far as like the colors go that I own. He is so cool. But hey, let's get this guy transformed back, huh? So we got this fella all straightened out. So one of the first things I like to do is just pop those legs and connect them together there. And let's go ahead and fold the heels and toes in together just like that. And spin them at the waist here, huh? Now let's get these hands folded back in. And just rotate that like that of there. Now fold these up, and we're going to bring this down and fold that bit back in and bring his head down and pop the arms out partially. And let's get these shoulders raised up a little bit higher just so we have more clearance to work with, huh? Now, we're going to take this bottom part here and pop that open, and that's going to loosen things up. So you can just bring those back down. And now we're going to fold this bit in here. So you're going to want to hold and pinch this together, or otherwise that's going to fold down and the matrix is going to fall out. So you're going to want to press your finger down here, but hold that part closed, and press your full finger here, not part of it, because this part, at least on my other Optimus, is prone to popping off. So just be sure you keep both fingers getting pressure on that, and then we're just going to kind of fold and flip this all the way around like that there. And that's going to allow us to bring this whole thing down like so. Now you can just kind of bring these together and that'll snap clicking like that, and just be sure that it's lined up proper. Now for these here, you're just gonna kind of fold these fellas in. I always have a little bit of trouble getting these guys actually in there. There we go. Just sort of, you can see it's got not quite perfect clearance, but you just got to lift it up a little, and there's a bit of give and take there, but it'll work out just fine. And now just getting this part here. See, you don't want to move it out like that, but you want to press this down, and we're just moving the legs up while keeping the crotch flush with that bit there, and that's going to flatten everything out. You can fold those bits down, and you want to flip these around. Yeah, have them facing the proper way so they're going down and they fold in like that. And this bit right here, that little divot you see, that's gonna click right in to that there and fill that up. And this little hole right there is gonna tab into that little tab right there. So close that up, and we're just gonna kind of line that up and tab that into place, closed, and it should snap pretty decently. And then just kind of move this up, and oh shoot, I forgot to lift the lift these bits up here from the knee. All right. So doing that there, then you can move this all flush, and these little holes there will click right into place there, and then we can realign everything and get those door areas shut proper. Very cool. That's our vehicle mode. We're back. Oh, make sure that's clicked in proper. Sometimes that'll come a little bit untapped. There we go. Looking real good. And just in case you want to see how to do the trailer here, although it's not too complicated, you're just going to lift that up, and let's go ahead and put that blaster back into place. But you're going to lift this up, and this is going to kind of fold around, and that just goes straight up. Bring that up there. I guess I didn't need to bring that down, did I? But yeah, just lift this bit up here, and this is all going to kind of tab and click, and boom, just move that around, and there you go. There's your trailer, and you're going to attach it back onto Prime, and you are good to go. I love this dude. I'm having so much fun with it. I just do not want to stop playing. Well, I had a blast. Keep on joining me with this Kaiju Live event. We're having fun every day, a new Kaiju video. But tune in next week for Transformer Tuesdays, where we're going to be comparing this guy with the Godzilla, and we're going to take a look at my previous Godzilla Transformers that we got too. I don't know if you remember, but one of my first Transformer videos was on a Mazer-inspired vehicle. So that's going to be a blast. We'll see you then.